Hey everyone, it's Carl Hovelson here, and I'm here with Jasmine Lyons. And who else going to come on board? I don't know. We may see more panelists come on as we go through this. But today, what we're going to do is we're actually going to be kind of doing a retake on last week on how to do a blog post and how to syndicate it and how to SEO it and all that kind of stuff. Because, well, I killed it by accident right near the end, so we missed sharing a lot of stuff. So I want to make sure I'm able to go over all that with everyone, and I'm going to include actually taking a video and embedding it into there, which I didn't do on the last one. So I'm going to do that because some people had asked about that. I'm going to go over and I'm going to talk about, especially in the Get Money theme, there's two different SEO parts to it. There's the SEO and then there's the SEO theme. And I'm going to go in there. I'm going to show you what you need to do on both of those and what the difference is between the two of those. Okay. So these are some of the things I'm going to show you there. I'm going to be talking about the featured picture, what you need to do with that, and how important that is to have that in that blog post as well. And then we're going to be syndicating it to all of the different social medias. Okay. So let's get started here. I have a post that's already pre-done. So we're going to go in and we're going to use that example. Okay, so here I've done a post already. I've already got it done. I haven't published it or anything yet, so we're going to go through all that so you can see exactly what we need to do on the publishing, going through and selecting the keywords and all that kind of stuff. That's real important for making sure that we get all the SEO done and stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, I've got the categories. Categories are kind of really important too. You want to make sure that you're able to categorize your posts. And I'll tell you why that's important, because when the site is getting indexed, it actually categorizes the blog post itself. So when you have a category that's selected that is based on what the blog post is about, you have a better chance of the ranking on the search engines. Okay, so it's funny because of the way that everything is done on the algorithms, that especially now with the indexing, they're trying to make it easier for people to get to specific topics and find the information they're looking for. So this is key when it comes to that. You want to make sure that your categories are selected correctly, and then the keyword and the SEO, and I'll tell you how that all comes together too in just a second. Okay, so first of all, I have the post in here, and some of the important things that you want to have in the post is you want to have pictures. Okay, I've talked about this before. 2 to 3 pictures. Here I've got 3 pictures in this particular post. Okay, actually I got more than that. I got a couple of other button pictures and stuff. But we're going to be talking on these 3 key pictures, okay, because they are key to the set feature function that we have, okay? The other thing we want to talk about is the format that you have on your blog post. Now, this is a long one. Not everybody's going to write long blog posts. I'm terrible for writing long ones sometimes, but I write informative posts. So a lot of people, you don't have to be writing long posts like this. You can write ones that are, a paragraph or 2, and make sure though that a video accompanies it, okay? Because you can have a brief overlay about what your blog post is about, and then your video can be the one that's around 5 to 7 minutes, okay? Try not to go beyond 7 minutes if you can with that. And these are the ones that are going to kind of explain the whole topic of what your post is about. Okay, people are audio visual. Okay, so there's some people that will just read and they're good with that. Other people need pictures to be mixed in with the word content, because they can lose their focus and stuff. I mean, the ADD and everything that's out there, people just kind of go away from that. And then you get those that may have a visual problem, like they've got a vision impairment, like I do. Like I have a vision impairment, and so sometimes I can't write a lot of stuff. Although you see me write these long posts like this, it's actually it takes me a while to do this because of my impairment. But I do write these. Some of these I have pre-written from years ago, and I'm doing what I call just reblogging them or recycling old posts, and you can do that, okay? And here's what's a cool thing about recycling posts is if your posts have had a lot of traffic back then, okay, you can take those posts, recycle them, okay, which means that you just recopy them here and do a couple of changes. Change your title, okay? Like this one up here had a different title, so I changed the title on this one here. And then I went in and I added a couple of paragraphs in here that was different from the original, okay? Changed up the wording a little bit. And, you know, this can take you maybe 5 or 10 minutes to do that. And everything is there. The pictures are all been there. Everything, all the content was there from before. And I just added a couple of extra, like these pictures are different, that sort of stuff. So you're able to actually bring new content, although it was old content. And this can cut back your time on trying to figure out what to write about. Okay? So recycling old posts are really good, especially if you've had traffic to them before. It will recycle that traffic again. Okay? So that's just something to know about this as well. Okay? Now, this particular post, again, is all about, you know, we're talking about financial freedom. Okay? So what I would do is I would create a category of, like this wouldn't be under the mindset and development. What do you think the category should be, Jasmine? We're talking about financial freedom. So do we call it financial freedom?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I don't see why not, you know? I mean, it's money related, business related, you know.
Okay. So let's do we'll do financial. How about this? Financial and money freedom. So now we've got 2 keywords in the actual category, right? Actually 3 keywords if you look at it. Okay, so I'm now going to add this to the category, and you'll see now it's automatically checked that category. That's where we're at. Okay, so now when people go to my site, they're going to see that, you know, this is financial and money freedom in there, and a lot of times people are going to be attracted just to that category, right? So now they're going to go in there, they're going to see this post in here, and what's real important also, folks, is to make sure that every one of your pictures is anchored to your opt-in link or to your website link that you're selling your product on. Okay, so in here I've got learn more now on this one here. I have that actually anchored to my capture page. Okay, now here's what's a really cool thing for your tracking. Okay, and I mentioned this on the last one, but I mentioned it here again. What you can do on the image is you can actually, hang on a second. Let me just refresh that. There we go. Okay, so here I've got my link in here, but I've added this special adapter on the end there, which was a tracker. Okay, so it's ampersand add equals, and I just called this Live Life because it's the name of my blog. But I could actually change this to I could change it to money. I could change it to financial freedom. Okay, you don't want to make it too long. You want to make it really, really short. So you could either do money or live life, and I have this set to live life because I'm tracking it through my blogs. I have multiple blogs, so this is why I have this here, so I know what blog people are coming from. Okay, you can even type blog on the end like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this because this is how I track things, but you get the kind of idea. This is where you can actually you know, be able to track where all your traffic is coming from. So at least I know they're coming from this blog, okay? And then you click update on there. And do that with all your pictures. Now, this one here, you could have, like I have it all set to the capture page. You could actually go in and use the sales one page or even the dollar page if you wanted to, all depending. You know, if you want to just get people to sign up for $1, use the dollar page. If you want to get them to use the $7 page, use the $7 sales page. But make sure that you're adding the ampersand add. Oops, I didn't even put it on the end of this one. Look at that. So you know what? I'm actually going to change that link. Now that I've talked about it, I'm going to put it in the $7 one. So I'm going to change that. And ampersand add equals live life. Okay, so I know where it's coming from. And then I'll update it. So you want to make sure that, because sometimes people will, when they're going through your page, they're going to go over, and then all of a sudden the hand's going to show up there, and they're going to go, where's this going to? And they're going to click on it. Okay? Real important that you have that sort of stuff. Okay? Now, the other thing you can do is throughout your post, you can have up to 3 anchors, 3 word anchors. So what word anchors are just highlighting a word, okay, and then going in and adding a link to it. Okay, that's an anchor link. Okay, and again, you know, we can go in. Let's see which one this is. I have the live life in here. See how I have everything here? Everything that I do has a different anchor for it. Okay, so I'm just going to just put the ampersand on here. Live life. Whoops. Okay, now I'm going to copy this link here. Okay, so I don't have to keep writing that all the time. Copy, and then I'm going to hit open in a new window, because I don't want them to leave my blog. I want them to make sure that they can finish reading it if they want to, but they can still open up a new window that goes to my sales page. Okay, so you can do that throughout your blog. You can go and you can find real keywords that are going to stand out. Okay, like 5,000 a month. Okay, that would be something. You want to find something that's going to be really attractive, where someone's going to get attracted to it, you know, and you can even bold them, okay, and make them even stand out. You can even make them a different color if you want to. So we'll bold this one here, and you know what, we're going to change the text to red, okay. You see how that stands out? So people, when they're going through, what happens is their eyes automatically go to this. Now, something that's real key, you may or may not know about this, but red is a real big attractant color, okay? Your body reacts more to the color red than to any other color, okay? I don't know if you know that, but psychology will tell you that the color red is going to, your body will react to it more so than anything. If you ever watch a horror film, okay, Jasmine, you probably watched a horror film. When you're in a horror film and you're watching it, the key place that they want people to concentrate on would be a place that has red. Like, for instance, it could be a door with a red knob on it, right? Or it could be a knife with a red handle, or something, you know. You see some commercials. When they're doing commercials, you'll see a whole bunch of black cars and then one red one, right? So people react to the color red. So I'm not saying to overkill it in there, but you might want to have at least one anchor that's in there, or one bolded section that has the color red in there, so that people hone in on that. Okay, make sense? Okay, now let's go and do some of the keywords. Okay, so we're going to go down, and we're going to go down to the first section. Okay, now here we've got our custom post page, meta keywords, comma, separated. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're getting your keywords in here. Now, this is important because this part here, the theme SEO settings, is which the spiders will go to index your page first. Okay, and then what happens is they go through the page, and then when they get down to the SEO, this is the actual post indexing. Okay, so they do the page indexing first, okay, and then they categorize it through the through the category, and then that's where the SEO comes in, and this here is attached to the category. Okay, so there's two different processes that's all done through the SEO settings, and that's why it's important. Like this is probably my favorite theme, because they've really done a good job on this. Okay, I mean, like a seriously good job on this, and I love the way that that all of this is been set up. Empower Network did an awesome job with this. It's an actual capture page blog theme, because I was marketing this actually. I went and did some paid marketing just on this theme page, and I ended up getting sales coming in off of this page here with just a $60 test trial that I did on buying traffic, and I actually had a couple of sales come in through this page here, and I got more actual opt-ins off to this page than I did on our total shortcut pages. So it actually does very, very well, and that's why if you're going to be using this and marketing this out, you want to make sure that you are doing the SEO settings too. It's going to be to your advantage. Okay. Any questions, Jasmine, at this point?
Not that I can think of at the moment, but I'm just really listening and learning about the SEO because right now I'm still in the middle of creating my blog post, and I'm not sure how about to go adding pictures as far as like the display cover when I promote my links, my blog links. I mean.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get into the pictures in just a second here, so we'll go.
Oh, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, Daniel, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Hey! Hello from England.
Welcome.
I was trying to do a blog this morning based on what I watched yesterday, which was the replay. You know the SEO keywords that you're talking about? I found an actual SEO sort of page on the on the black side of the Clartu screen, and it said SEO keywords, and I tried to remember all the blog, Clartu blog, David Wood, Diane Hogarth, and I put all the keywords in that setting. So do you have to put them in both pages? Is that
well, you want to put it into the theme SEO settings, and you want to put it into the keywords, and that's what I'm actually doing right now.
Okay, so you need two lots.
Yeah, there are two lots because, again, you want it indexed on the theme, and then you want it indexed on the post. Okay.
Okay.
And that's how you're going to track everything, and that's how the spiders will index everything through here. That's what allows people to find your pages that much easier. Okay. If you have different keywords on your theme and different keywords on your post, okay, when it gets indexed to your theme could be put into a different category. Okay. And that's what you don't want to have happen. You want the theme to be linked to the same category as your post, okay? Because this is not like a regular blog theme for a blog. This is a unique type of theme because it's a capture page theme, okay? So you want to make sure that when they're indexing it, they're indexing this as a capture page as well as a post page. Make sense? Okay, so this was brilliant. Whoever thought of this, whether it was David Wood or whoever thought of this theme, was brilliant. This is an absolute brilliant theme. It's my favorite out of all of them so far. And I had some favorites in there, but this thing blows away everything, in my opinion. Okay.
So on the meta keywords, you put the title, and then if you scroll up and you go up to the SEO keywords, do you just put financial freedom in the first bit, and then
you're going to put more than that, and this is what I'm going over right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through your post, and you're going to grab all the keywords. Okay, so financial freedom's a keyword that's in here. Okay, and then we go through the post and we look to see what else would be a keyword. Now, 5,000 a month wouldn't be a keyword, but you would have something like, I've got my personal goals in here. So what I would do is I go down here and I would type in goal settings. Okay, goal settings, that sort of thing. Okay, because it all has to, because these are the type of things that people type in when they're searching, right? So you got to think about if you were going to be searching for something. Like if you're going to be looking for financial freedom, or you're going to be looking for, goal setting or inspiration or whatever it is, that's what you're going to type in. You're going to type in inspirational posts, motivational posts, that kind of stuff. So if your post is about inspiration or motivation, you want to make sure you have motivational posts, something motivational, something that you would type in to find those things on the internet. And what happens is when you do that, that's how you'll get triggered to that category. Make sense?
I think you're saying when you're using keywords to narrow down the certain kind of results you want to see, like
narrow down
in Google.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to.
There's also keywords. There's also a standard amount of keywords that I put in every post on top of that. okay? And this is
Right.
what's allowed me to get a lot of traffic, okay? And I have these. I actually shared these with people in the other room, and I'll share them again after this into our Skype group, so that everybody can get a hold of these keywords that I use here. Like, these are just keywords that I use every single day in all of my posts, on top of the standard, okay? And then what I do is I go through and I copy all of these, okay, and they go into my tags, okay? Because tags are very important, because when people come to your site, they're going to be tagging things. They're going to be looking for different categories, and they'll be tagged, okay?
Right.
So I always add those in there, and always make sure you have your name as one of the tags. Always, always, always. Okay?
Right.
Because as you get known more and more on the internet, people will start to search by your name. And when they search your name, like if you went and you search my name, it'll come up with pages and pages and pages of my blog posts.
So all the meta keywords go in the SEO keywords and the SEO description.
Yeah, they'll go into, in this particular theme, because this is the only one that's got two different theme SEO settings. It's got a theme setting and it's got a post setting, okay? So you're going to put them in the custom page post meta tags, okay, or meta keywords. You're going to put them in there. And then you're going to scroll down and you're going to put them in the, in the SEO keywords, okay? So you want to make sure
the SEO description.
In the keywords. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now the SEO title on both the theme, okay, you've got the custom document title here, which will always be this. Okay, the theme of your post.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to paste that there. Then you're going to go down to your SEO title, and you're going to paste it there as well. Okay?
Yeah.
So search engine optimization is very vital to blogging in general.
Well, it is on your post. Now, you got to remember that algorithms change about every 3 months. Okay? So, you know, but the indexing of the spiders doesn't change a whole lot. They still follow basically the same process. They may process the actual pages or the themes a little bit differently, but realistically, they all use the same thing: the meta tags, the titles, and a brief description. Okay? So those are the three things that are always done. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. You're never going to get perfect on your SEO because of algorithm changes all the time. But if you stay consistent doing this every time, you're going to get, your posts are going to start getting noticed more and more and more out there. Okay? And as that happens, you start to build your following. Like, I have a following that's being built now that are following all my blog posts. As a matter of fact, I just got off a phone call with a lady this morning who's been following my blog posts for the last month, and now she's joining my business.
That's awesome.
Okay? But this is, again, we talk about consistency. This is what David Wood talks about. Okay? That you got to be consistent, because if you're not consistent, then people don't think you're serious about it.
People won't take you seriously.
They won't take you serious at all. You know, if I don't see anybody consistent, I don't get into business with them. Period. You know?
It's a known fact. You know, I totally agree, because to really put yourself in a position of being something you want to call, you want people to see that, like, you need to take yourself seriously. And there's always a number of steps that goes, you know, a line in process to make that happen.
Absolutely.
You know? And when you take yourself down that path, everything follows from 1 to 3.
You know what? That's just as standard and typical in all business. I mean, I've been a business owner offline. I've had a brick and mortar, and it's the same thing. You know, if I wasn't consistently, you know, because I had a mailing list too of my customers, and I'd send them out stuff, you know, sent them all kinds of information all the time. If I didn't do that, I would have lost those customers.
Right.
Okay. And it's the same thing here. If you're not, that's why we talk about sending out broadcasts all the time through our autoresponder. Or if you're not using an autoresponder, make sure you're mailing your list every day. When you do a blog post, I email my list, my blog post, every single day. As a matter of fact, I got 2 blogs, and I email them the first blog post in the morning, because I do 2 blog posts a day. Okay, 1 in each of my blogs.
Right.
The one in the morning, and then I send the other one out in the afternoon to them. So they're constantly getting updates from you. And I haven't had one person opt out yet. But see, this is how you build a following. You start providing them valued information, and they're going to be reading this stuff just like that lady, and all of a sudden they're going to join your team because they see how consistent you are on things. Okay?
Absolutely.
So the SEO tags, is the SEO tags the same as is the SEO keywords the same as the SEO tags?
Yes. Yeah. You'll put the tags, you'll copy the keywords into the tags area. Okay?
No, scroll up a minute and I'll just ask you the question, because there's a big box for the SEO tags. The SEO, scroll up a minute.
Hang on one second. Let me just finish this here. Okay, this part here is actually the description. So you want to make sure that, you know, normally the first couple of lines of your blog post is usually the start of what the whole thing is all about. At least that's how I start all mine. Okay?
It's the highlight.
It's the introduction. It's the introduction to the information on your post. So,
it's something I do on my blog as well. So
yeah. So I copy that and I put that into the meta tag description. Now the meta tag description has to be short. Okay. In this particular one, it has to be short. So this one might be just a little long for this. Actually, you know what? I think I will take this out and just put that in. Okay. And then, actually, I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to use the same thing. And it's going to go down to the site description. Okay. Now, so that's everything for the SEO right now. Okay, that you need to do. And then you take these keywords. Okay. Who's that joined us here on the call? Jasmine?
Oh, it's just me and Diane, as far as I know. I know Les came in.
So Diane, you would take the keywords just like I did here, and you'll post them into the tags, and you can see all the tags or the keywords that are right here. Okay.
I think I did it wrong this morning. I think I put all my words in the description, not in the keywords, not in the.
That's easy. You can just go back in. You can always edit. You can edit every single one of your posts. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I actually need to do that too, because you know, listening and learning what you're showing us just kind of triggered, you know, something. And I think in any blog platform, it's very vital.
It is.
If I want my stuff to get exposed, you know, if I want to put exposure out there, you know, for my business, nobody's not going to be able to find me, and I'm not using SEO optimization in any of my posts. So I definitely do that before I go, before we hang out later on tonight. So.
Yeah. So, but you know, we just want to make sure that we get everything covered as best we can. I know that there's I know we got some listeners on here and they want to talk, but unfortunately I don't have chat enabled on the actual live stream here. It's just only those on the panel.
Right.
So just bear with me 1 second here. I'm going to, there's just one lady who wants to come on, so I'm going to give her the actual, the panel link here. Okay, so Lori, I'm going to give you the panel link here. Okay, if you want to come on the panel, there it is there for you. Okay. So getting back to the blog, so now we've covered that part, okay? Now here's another part that I think a lot of people are missing out on, okay? And that's the call to action, okay? There are actually a bunch of call to actions that are on here, okay? You've got the three that I use mostly. Like I don't do much about the viral blogging or the profitable blog. You can do that if you're just talking about blogging, okay? But these ones here are engagement ones, okay? I usually use these ones here if, let's say I'm talking about a subject that, I don't know, could be controversial or whatever it is. I'll ask for a piece, do you agree, do you disagree, right? So I get them to engage with me on the blog, okay? Then we have comments, and I'll say, hey, you know, if you've got comments about what this is, you know, you want me to talk about something the next time or whatever, then I use one of these. Okay, if I just wrote something of inspiration or something like that, then I'll use a share. Okay, or if I'm sharing a tip with somebody and I think it'd be beneficial to everybody, I'll use the share option.
Not to cut you off or anything. I'm listening and I'm watching, but I'm not seeing if you're pointing that like pinpointing directly where you're showing them.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
not showing. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. You guys don't see the drop down. Okay. So on here you'll have like comments, agree, disagree, 1, 2, or 3, and they're different. They have a different picture on each one of them. Okay. So the comments, agree, disagree is if you're talking about maybe a controversial subject or something, right? That maybe you want to get some feedback on. You know, do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Right? In this case here, there's comments, think, 1, 2, and 3. You know, I'll go up and down. They're just different pictures and maybe slightly worded a little bit differently on each one. But here, I want people to engage with me on this particular post because I'm talking about financial freedom. Okay?
Right.
So I want them to engage with me and give me their feedback. Okay? And I have a video that I'm going to put on here in just a second and show you how I get people to engage. Okay?
So this is all option. The select call to action is only optional and necessary if you're going to, if you intend to write a controversial.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Each one of them is for a different type. So comment if you want them to engage with whatever it is you're writing about, and always use either a comment or a share option on yours. Like you could write about anything, and you could just use the share option, and then all it's doing is it's telling people to share it on social media. So you're telling people to share your post on social media. Okay.
So let me ask this then, because I haven't been. I'm very aware of the select call to action feature, but I haven't been using them on any of my posts.
So go back and edit them.
Right, I would do that. What my question is, isn't there also where it's displayed or it's default displayed for you already on your post, or you have to add that on there from the comment?
You know what? There might be. I've just never gone with a default. I've always gone in selected ones. So there might be a default that it goes to. I'm not sure because I've never used any of these, like the blog 1, blog 2, industry leaders, or viral blogging system. I've only used the other 3 that are on there. I mean, again, you don't see the drop down, but
it's the arrow, but yeah.
You'll see those. So always select one though, and if you're not sure, use the share one, okay, or use the comment one.
Underneath the select call to action, correct?
Yeah, there's a drop down menu there, so you can just select, but always select one, okay? Because again, people are sheeple. We need to tell them what to do.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I used this example on the last Hangout. You could go to a sporting event, and you could have 50,000 fans sitting in the stands there, and they're all quiet until it comes up on the screen and it tells them to cheer.
Yeah.
I mean, how silly is that?
It is.
Right? I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. I've been to a hockey game, and I've stayed quiet and everything, and then when it says cheer, I start to cheer because I was told to. Right? I mean, you would think that people would be cheering all the time at sporting events.
Right.
But they wait to be told. It's just like you get a job and you go to the office and you get a job and you sit in your cubicle and people will sit in their cubicle for 8 hours staring at the cubicle wall or something until their boss comes along and tells them what to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Totally, I can totally relate. But not to that. Just
you could be a waiter or a waitress even in a cafe or whatever, and if it's slow there, right? You'll sit around and you'll twiddle your thumbs until your boss says, well, why don't you go and clean some tables? Or why don't you go and refill the ketchup? Or, unless you're told to do it, you won't do it. You know what I mean? So we have to be told what to do. It's like we're puppets of society. We can't think for ourselves, right? And once you become an entrepreneur, you learn how to think outside the box. You learn how to be that person who's thinking ahead of everybody else all the time. And this is what this company is all about. It's grooming you into that mind of thought. Okay? So we just got to make sure that we have a good traditional pattern of training and thinking that goes along with everything that we do. This is why I'm doing this kind of thing here, because I know there's a lot of people that are new to blogging. I've been blogging for about 10, 11 years. So, I know how to blog, and I know what you need to do to blog. Okay? So, now what we're going to do is we're going to select, and this is very important, a feature image. Okay? Now, if some of you guys are doing blog posts and you're not sure what this is, and every time you do a blog post you see a big giant picture of, I don't know, it could be
a beach or something.
A scenery or something, and it's a big picture that's at the top. Well, that's the default feature image that goes there, and it's always defaulted to show feature image, and that's what shows that big, huge picture at the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Hide Feature Image. So when it comes up, all you're going to see is your blog post. Okay? So what I do is I go and I look for a picture that I want to use as my feature image within my post. So I'm going to take this picture here, and I'm going to make that my feature image, okay, for this particular post.
And that's also, it has to be relevant also.
Yeah, your picture needs to be relevant to what you're talking about.
Right.
Right? So I'm just going to wait for this to load here.
I found a good one with success. I found a good one with success on this morning, so I just
there you go. You use that. Now, the one thing I want to really caution people about too, when you're going and finding pictures on the internet, make sure they say they're free. Okay, make sure there isn't any watermark on them or anything, because those are ones you have to.
Oh yeah, those are copyrighted.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And whatever you do, do not take a Getty's image.
Okay? What?
A Getty's image. Getty Photography, never use one of theirs.
It'll have like the watermark.
Yeah. It'll say Getty Images below the picture.
It's watermark. I know because I have one of those.
Well, let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story. I had a blog and I used a Getty image because I didn't see the Getty image on the bottom there, and I had it on my blog and I had it there for 8 months, and then I ended up with a legal document in the mail where Getty's Images was suing me for $2,000.
Wow.
Using one of their pictures, right? And I was able to negotiate down to $800. Okay, but I still had to pay. So this is what can happen to you. So be very, very careful about that, because if it's on your blog and they come after Empower Network, Empower Network's going to come after you to pay for that. Okay. So make sure that any of your images are not copywritten, they're not owned by anybody, that they say that they're free images, okay? And you always need to check that on taking any images off the internet. So I just want to make sure that everybody's very well aware of that, because we don't want to see anybody getting into any financial difficulties with people, okay?
And I also want to comment on that. I think, I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but when it comes to blogging, with any platform, I think that's one of the most vital information people kind of like lack. Like they seem to forget, not intentionally, but it's just like it's background. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like you go to Google Images. Oh yeah, you can pick any photo, but you don't think for a second or third time, and thinking, okay, is this okay if I use this photo?
Yeah.
You don't think about that. You just see a free photo. That's just like you going into a store, you see something free, but when you walk into a store, the very first thing that comes to mind is you've got to pay. You cannot walk out of any place without paying for something. But
exactly.
It's like its own store. Yeah.
Let me just show you. Okay, let's look up Brain. Okay, just as an example, Brain Pics. Okay, we're gonna look up something like this. Okay. Now, you can look. Now, there was one image on here. The reason I'm saying that is because I used a Brain Pic, and it was a Getty's image. Okay. Now, if you go and we'll just click on one here, and you see this. Now, if you go to visit the page, okay.
Carl, we can't see your screen.
It's not letting you see. Okay, hang on. I gotta stop sharing and then reshare again. I forgot that every time. Okay, and let me go back and reshare again. Okay, you can see this now, right?
Yes. Still black. Hold on.
Okay, you see how this is on here like this, and you've got stuff like this?
Yeah.
Now, when it's got credit to Wikipedia and stuff like Wikimedia, okay, this, you could be charged for using this, okay? You got to be very careful on what you're doing. Okay. The one thing you want to look at is here's the one thing that everybody should be looking at that most people don't. Okay, let me just go back one more. When you're doing a search, okay, you see what it says down here? Images may be subject to copyright. Okay, nobody sees that. Nobody ever sees that small print because why? It's embedded into the gray. It's very bad. These guys should have this standing right out in your face like this, you know. But they do this because if you tend to use their stuff and you don't, they're going to turn around. They're going to charge you for it. Okay.
It's the same concept applies in advertising. You see it everywhere when you go.
It's a very deviant way of making money off of people, but it happens. So you want to make sure that you go to sites and look for things like this that are not copywritten. So always visit the page. On every place you go, always visit the page and make sure none of these pictures are copywritten. Okay?
And it's very vital.
It's so important to do that. I mean, you know, if you're going to look for stuff, you know, you can always go to, you know, free cartoon pics, right? Or something. I don't know. I'm just using something off the top of my head, right? So you can go in here, and they'll all be free pictures that are in here. Now, if I just put in cartoon pics, okay, as an example, now what's going to happen is this is where you're going to see all of the copywritten stuff that's on here. Now, not all of this will be, but some of them will have watermarks on them. I'm trying to find one. Like, you know, Disney, I wouldn't use any Disney stuff. Okay? Disney stuff can get you in trouble. Okay? Because these are just people that are going to be out to, you know, they may or may not, but, you know, who wants to take any chances? Okay?
Absolutely.
Sometimes you'll go and you'll look, and you have to really look close on something. I'm trying to find one that might have a watermark. See, there's a watermark. See? There's watermarks here. I don't know if you can see these. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay? A lot of people don't look at this and see this. Okay? But this is one you have to buy. Okay? They're stock photos. So this picture could be worth $8. So what companies will do is they won't say anything until it's on there, and then they'll find out, oh, that picture got like 800 hits. Let's go find out where it is. And then they're going to go and they're going to see the watermarks on there, and then you're going to get a letter saying, well, this picture has got 800 hits, so that's $800 you owe us.
Uh-oh.
Right? When you could have bought that picture for maybe $4.
So use a lawsuit.
That's right. Okay? So this is just very important, and I need to bring this up because I really don't want to see anybody get into trouble, okay, with stuff like this. So just be very, very cautious when you're taking pictures and make sure that they are free-for-all, okay, before you go and you post anything, okay? Don't make some of the mistakes I've made in the past.
And also, if you're going to share this, on just a note I just thought of that you mentioned, you know, it's like I said, it's very vital and important, like it's background. Nobody won't even take a second or third thought to really think about it, like the consequences that goes behind it. When you do share it, if you do share it on your Google profile or Facebook, you know, it would be also a good tip to boldly make that, you know, make that fact known, but like boldly in black. You know what I mean?
You know, the only other thing you could do, and I still don't know the legal part about this, so don't quote me on this, but you know, if you're going to use a picture like that, you'd want to make sure that the anchor text goes to their site.
Absolutely.
Okay, so at least if someone clicks on there, they're getting the free advertisement from you, and they probably won't say anything about it. You know, if you're sending them to their site and you're giving them information on that. And I've done that before on some sites, you know, where I put their pictures on there, and when they click that, it goes to their site. Okay?
Absolutely.
So I've done that, and that keeps you away from a lot of legal ramifications because basically what you're doing is you're giving them free advertising. Okay? And they're not going to say anything when it comes to that point. But if you use it for yourself and you redirect the picture to your own thing to make profit, they don't. That's when it gets into problems. Okay? So I just wanted to cover that because I thought that was very important. Hey, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share it on how you do a video. Okay? So what I've done is I've uploaded a video here that I already have. Okay? And you don't see the video here because I'm not going to change screens here. But I'm going to grab the source code from it. just refresh this page.
Sometimes it won't embed, but very, very rarely, and it won't embed. If you take that, the YouTube with the dot in the middle, so it says yo.youtube or whatever, and sometimes it won't embed, but not very often. So what happens? What do you have to do when that happens? And it just comes out as a URL on the actual blog.
What do you mean? The picture comes out as a URL?
Yeah. So usually, if you add media, put your YouTube URL. It usually comes up a picture of like you saying.
Okay, I know what you're doing. You're talking about adding media here, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, no, you don't do. You don't do this. You don't
Insert
do this.
from URL.
This is what you do when you're adding a video. You go down to the insert button. You click insert video. You click on embed, and you put the embed code in. Boom, baby, and there's your video. Okay.
Do that again. Insert
Okay,
video.
so you go insert.
Yeah.
Insert video.
Yeah.
Embed, and put the code in there. Okay, I know everybody else was doing add media. They were doing it the wrong way. This is where you do it. It's the insert button. Okay, and you can actually use that for inserting a link too. Like if you're hyperlinking something, you can do a link like that too. Okay.
Oh, actually, no, because I use that little chain as my insert URL, the little icon.
So there you go. If you're gonna do a video, insert video. Okay. There you go. Okay.
And
I know how to do it.
Also, when you do embed your video, also when you're making the title, when you're typing in the title in that box, you can also it'll show when you type in a title. For mine right now, I'm doing my blog on how bad do you want it. What I did was add a video from a song that I've been listening to like all weekend, and that's the main title of my post. How bad do you want it? What I did was went in how the same step with Carl just showed you how to embed your video. You also want to make sure that when you're typing in the title, that once it's displayed there, that people can also click on that link. Yeah, click on it and open up a new page.
Yeah.
You know, because if you Yeah,
absolutely, you can do that. So the other thing I want to mention, and I do this all the time. Every time I do a video, I always have my link. I always have like I've got a custom banner here I use.
Yeah.
And I put this down underneath where I have them click that, and of course it goes to my sales page.
It opens up in a new tab.
And this opens up in a new page.
Yeah.
Okay. And the thing is, so let's just cover that. So I go in here and I have the custom URL that's there and the advanced options, and whoops, I didn't have that clicked there. Open a new tab. Okay, right there. Okay.
This is a photo that you saved, correct?
This is a photo that I saved. Yeah.
So this photo that you saved, all you will have to do is add the link with the photo with it. That way, once it's displayed and you saved your blog post, I can just go there, click on it, and it'll direct me to that particular link.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, you know how we talked about earlier, putting in the redirectors so that this is your tracker right here, the ampersand add equals, and then again, I call this Live Life because that's the name of my blog, so I know anybody that comes in, when my leads come in, they'll say Live Life, I know it came from my Live Life blog.
Which brings me, go ahead, Diane.
Oh, sorry. So do you put your actual capture page or your sales video in these?
Yes, you can. You can, like, this one here is actually my capture page, okay? But you can use any one of these links that are here to anchor link that, okay? You could use just a sales page where they don't put in their information. It all depends on whether you want them to go straight to the sales page or whether you want them to opt into your list.
Well, what do you do if you're going to send them
the
link?
On buttons like this, Diane, you know, when I'm going to learn more, I want them to opt in. I want them to be a lead. So I put my capture page for this. But if I've got just like a picture like this on here, they'll go straight to my sales page. Okay, so I will use either sales page 1 or dollar page. Most cases I use sales page 1, so that's the one, because I promote the $7 thing to pretty much everybody, and so I want them to see the $7 value as they're coming in, right? If they back out, they'll immediately go to the dollar one anyways. So, because that's the one that pops up and says, "Are you sure?" Right?
Right.
Okay. So I've covered pretty much everything you need to do for a post. Okay. So now what we're going to do is.
I've got a question, Carl.
Yep.
Do you know how to use the slipstream? Because I tried doing training on that.
I certainly do, and I'll show you that too. I'll go to my other blog to show that. I'll show you Slipstream. I love Slipstream. It's awesome. Okay.
I couldn't do it. I watched the video, and then you needed a pick, and then you went, oh, I just got.
I'll show you just how easy it is. Okay. They make it sound a little bit more difficult in the thing. I mean, I could do a slipstream in about 25 seconds. Right?
Wow.
So,
yeah, but we need the pick to go with it. I haven't got a pick.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do all that. We'll do one. Okay. So I'm just going to publish this here. I just want to finish doing this part here. We're going to publish this, and then I'm going to show you how to go out and actually maybe I'll just go straight to the slipstream now. Okay. But actually, you know what? We're gonna publish this. We're gonna go out. We're gonna do a post on this. So I want to make sure you guys are doing this with every single post. It's so vital that you guys syndicate. Okay, and syndication is basically getting it posted onto your social media.
Sharing and promoting pretty much.
Yeah, because this is how you build your reader base. Okay.
Yeah, it's how you. It's also the number one to exposure.
Yep.
Your business. Website.
This thing is. You see how cool this template is? I just love this. Immediately comes up for people to go and fill in their stuff. They opt in. This is like the best thing that they ever put together.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go, and this is where you're going to go and syndicate. So you get these here. I don't think you can get any more than the 4 of them up here. I haven't been able to get anything else, but we're just going to do the Facebook. Okay. And basically, what I do is I'll put something real simple up here. I will go. So, are you financially free now? I'm going to ask a question. Okay. And then, do you want to be? Okay. A second question. See if this applies to you. Okay? I should probably capitalize it. Okay, so now I've asked 2 questions. Oh, I should make this capital too. Okay, so are you financially free? Do you want to be? See if this applies for you. So what I've done now is I've done 3 call to actions just in those 3 sentences. I'm now hitting a nerve. Are you financially free now? Do you want to be? So I'm making them answer questions. And then I'm telling them to see if this applies to them. Now, the last thing I'm going to put in here is like, share, and definitely.
Hey, Carl, not to cut you off or anything, but we're not seeing what you're typing. In case you don't.
Oh yeah, you guys. Yeah, you can't see it.
Okay.
You'll see it in just a second here. Okay. Like, share, and definitely leave a comment. Unfortunately, it doesn't share everything I write. So, but you'll see it after I post it. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. I've posted it now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my Facebook. Okay. So just give me 1 sec. And you guys probably can't see my Facebook right now, right? Or can you? Can you see
I can see the Facebook, yeah.
I can't see it. Okay. Let me go back. Dun, dun, dun. So you can still see my Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So I'm just going to do a refresh here. And where did my post go? Ah, it probably scrolled already. Okay. So I'm just going to go here. And see, here's my post. You see? Are you financially free now? Do you want to be? See if this applies to you. Like, share, and definitely leave a comment. Okay? So I'm telling them to like it, share it, and comment. Okay?
Everything follows too.
You've got to have all of these. You've got to be telling people what they need to do. And
Yeah.
you won't believe how many people like, share, and post on my stuff. Okay? So now I've done Facebook. Now I'm going over to LinkedIn. Can you see that? Can you see my LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to click on LinkedIn, and I'm going to type this in. Now, because LinkedIn isn't part of that, I got to do it manually here. Okay. So what I've got to do is, I don't want to hit enter there. I gotta put my link in. So copy, and then I'll go back to LinkedIn, and I'm going to paste that in there. So I'm not sure if this is going to allow me to go to, oh, it does. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to, for some reason the picture's not coming up, but that's okay. So I'm going to share that post. Okay? So they have the link that's there, and then they have this. They can click on this. For some reason it didn't show up.
A simple
That
post.
happens sometimes. Yeah. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So there's not much you can do about that. But it doesn't matter. The post is in there, and all the people that are on my list, I got like 18,000 on here, they're all going to get notified of that post. Okay? So now I'm going to go over to, can I leave here? I think I can. Well, we're going to find out. Okay, so here's my Google+. So I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to click on this to do my post on Google+. Right?
Copy and paste.
Crap. I got to copy this. Copy. Here it is. Paste. Okay, and then I've got all the people I want to send it to, and I just click share, and then it's off to my Google+. So if I go to my Google+, it should be on there. There it is. See? So now when they click on that, they're going to go to my blog post. Okay? Now I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do Pinterest, and I'm going to grab one of these.
I just thought about it too. I know that Chrome has extensions for I call them basically shortcuts to doing anything like saving a post or posting something. Do you use those at all?
What is it that? Sorry?
It's the extensions. Like Pinterest has an extension. I have it on my Chrome browser.
No, I don't know Pinterest that well. So
okay.
I just, like I said, I just set up an account and I just do the posting like that, and somehow I'm building a following. So I guess if I knew it better, I know Anna Zubarev. She's pretty good at that. She's got a link site, and I'll see if I can find that gives you things you need to do to make you better. Like she's just a marvel on Pinterest. So
I was kind of just stating, like, just for the Pinterest part of it, I have the extension on my Chrome browser. So
yeah, see, I don't know anything about. I don't use Chrome. So
right.
Okay, so now this is the Twitter. Now I don't actually use that function because it doesn't post a picture for me on Twitter.
Right.
Okay. So what I do is I just copy this. I go actually to Twitter, okay, and I paste that in there. And then I add my picture, okay? So
I like your Twitter account too. Everything, the web page, how you have your profile.
Well, that's for another time. This is real important.
Yeah.
Like Twitter, like all of your social media, you should have your headers up there, all that kind of stuff.
Let's see how you have your. I don't know how to label this. Just the template of your profile above, yes, where it says the 90 days. That's your template. Template header?
That's my header, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so see, now you see I'm on there, and I've got a big picture on there, so now everybody's going to see this, right? Okay? So sometimes I'll use oversized pictures, and I'll go on there because they will stand out. People will go, oh, what the heck is that?
Yep.
Right? But if you got a little tiny picture, sometimes they'll scroll by and they won't see it, right? And that's why I like to use sometimes oversized pictures, because they go on there and they stand out, right?
Right.
So I'm learning that from Michael Martin, doing that kind of stuff. right?
That's awesome.
So you can see I got 19,000 followers, right? So all 19,000 of them are going to see this, right?
And I'll probably just ask that question later. I was just going to ask, how did you build your Twitter followers?
It's a lot of work.
I know that, but
every day, like I haven't done this for a while, but every day I'm constantly going out there and adding people, okay? Adding people.
Right.
And then, because you can do up to, I think it's, depending on the size of your account. Like if you've got an old account, you can do up to, I think, 1,000 people a day or something.
Yeah.
Right? And it takes time. Like, you know, you gotta basically put a couple of hours away aside just to go and do that, right?
Right.
This took me a lot to get that many followers, and then to get more engagement, I gotta start following them back. You can see I've only followed 3,400, right?
Yeah, I see you got over 2,000 too.
These numbers should be pretty much equal. And the closer they are to being equal, the more people are getting engaged with you, because people want to know that you're engaged. You're just as interested in their stuff as they are in yours. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's some of the stuff you need to do. Okay, and that's for another day. There's other training on that. Okay, so now we've covered all of that. We've covered the syndication. We've covered the blog. Can you guys see my blog now?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go back to. You can see my blog back office now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So now I'm going to switch over to my other blog. Okay. Let me just shut this one down. I don't want to put too much on this one here because I don't want to mind mush anybody, but at least it's recorded. You guys can go over it. Okay. So now I'm in my You Wanted to Know. This is my Prime site. Okay. So my Prime blog looks like this.
Wow.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my primary blog, right? And it's still loading. It's got a background on it. It's because I'm screen sharing while I'm on the Hangout here. It takes
right. It's got a slight delay.
There's a bit of delay. Yeah. So you can see the difference between this. Okay. So I have this as basically my coaching blog, and then my Get Money is my marketing blog. Okay, I'll just let this thing load for now. Okay, so back to the blog. You guys can see my blog back office. I got to make sure you guys are seeing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to go into the plugins and applications. Okay, this is where you're going to find the Slipstream. There's a bunch of other things in here too I don't use very much of, so I'm not going to go over anything else that's in here. You know, I'm just learning InstaBuilder, so maybe once I learn more about that I can do that. But Slipstream is the only thing that I'm using actually right now in here. Okay, and I'll show you how it works. If my blog is loaded yet, it's not loaded yet. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's loading up now. You can see how I've got a background, and actually my wife took that picture in the background. Okay, so this is my blog. Watch what happens as I'm scrolling down. Boom. That's a Slipstream. You see? And I go, are you living life in your own term? Maybe it's time. And I get them to click, right?
Yeah.
I guess the more I learn and let's see what I was looking for here.
Okay. Now I have 2 Slipstreams on here. Okay. That's a Slipstream that goes on my main page, and then if I was to go and click on one of my posts, I have another Slipstream that comes out. Okay. So as I'm scrolling down my page, and it should pop out anytime now. Oh, come on, it's being delayed. Come on, pop out. Where are you? Sure, when I want to show it, it doesn't show up, eh?
I've had days like that.
It captures, you know, the email address of your person, doesn't it?
What's that?
The Slipstream captures your email address, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it can. It all depends. You see, like here, this is a different one. Live your dreams now. Never allow waiting to become a habit. So I get people to do that. And see how the hand is there? They click on that. Now it goes away. Hang on, there it
Wow.
is. Okay, so they can click on there, and then boom, where do they go? They go to my marketing page. Okay?
Here I helped it.
Okay, now, what do I have up here? See that? Ampersand ad equals slipstream. So I know if someone clicks on there, I just made money off my slipstream ad.
I've never known anything about the slipstream till Diane mentioned. I was like, what is a slipstream? I thought she was saying split screen.
No, slipstream is where it pops out and gives you an option. Like it's just something that will pop out and grab your attention and make you want to click on it. Okay?
You know what? I've seen those on some other sites. So.
Yeah, so here's how you create those. I love these things because it gets people's attention, right? So again, I have the two of them in here, and I'll just create a mock one right now. So it's just loading up here.
This is pretty neat. As you're going over all the features and some other things related to the blog and blog posts, I'm just now seeing like how neat this platform is.
Oh, it's
so engaging.
Absolutely. Like, as a blogger, I am in love with this platform.
It's so engaging. I'm just like, guys, like I know, and I've posted, you know, in the past, but seeing this and taking your advice into action every day, I'm seeing that some of the things that you've gone over, I have not done at all. And I'm just like, crap, like this is so vital to blogging.
Well, it is, you know, and again, it's going to take people time to get the use of it, and that's why I like to do these hangouts, these trainings, so people can use these and go over and over and over again until they get it down, so that they, you know, it's just habit, right?
Right, and I still consider myself a newbie, even just knowing how to do mainly like the basic stuff, like adding links to keywords, so when your customers or your you know, your traffic has been, you know, exposed to that particular blog post, you can click on that particular link you want them to click on, and it'll open up. I know about that, but all the other stuff, I'm like blown away about it.
Well, there you go. See, you're learning something good. That's good. At least I know I'm doing something. So, okay, so here's how we create a slipstream. Okay, a slipstream message. That's that message that you see across the top here. Okay, so when the slipstream comes out, that's this message right here. Live your dreams. Okay. Okay.
What could it be? A pop-up advertisement, you can call it, or
whatever it is you want to call it. Like, you know, if you're selling nail file clippers or something, it could be nail file clippers, $5 or whatever. Right.
Right.
Anything. You see, that's the beauty part about this, because your blog. Again, everybody's blog is different. You know, someone might have a blog that's about fishing or baking or something. So that slipstream coming out could be the latest cookbook or fishing tip or lure or hunting guide or biking guide or swimming guide, whatever, right?
This is awesome. I've never known about this.
So I'm just going to put test slip as it, because we're just doing a test right here, right? Okay, so here we go, and we're going to grab our media. So we're going to go and we're going to grab a picture, right? So I'm just going to grab one that I have in that's already loaded, okay? So I'm just going to grab one at random here. Let me just grab this one, okay? So this is going to be my test picture, okay? So I'm going to stick that. I'm going to go and I'm going to scroll down. Unfortunately, I'm going to go all the way down here and load it. And if you got a lot of pictures, then you got to really scroll down, right? So there's a few things you got to do. Now, you can decide how you want to have this slip out. Now, what I do is I have one that comes up on any singular page. So basically, when I select that, it's going to come out on any one of my blog posts. Doesn't matter whatever blog post it is. It will not come out on my front page. It'll only come out on my blog posts. Okay? So you can also choose just your home page. Okay? Or you can choose pages, or you can choose a pop under. So that could be a pop under that comes up to. I don't use pop under, but it could be used for that. You know, so these are the two that I use, because these are the ones that mostly people are going to go through on your site. They're going to see your main site, or they're going to go on one of your blog posts. Okay, those are the two main places that anybody who's going to visit your site is going to go on to. And you got to remember, the average visitor stays on the site 30 seconds to 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the popularity of your site.
Value too, value and content.
Well, sure. I mean, like, it's going to have value. If they land on your site and there's nothing there, then you know. That's when you lose traffic.
Lost, yeah. Like if it's not worth looking at, because I done it all the time.
So this is why like when I built my blog, I want to make sure that I have enough engagement on here. Okay, first of all, I like to have a background on there because the one thing that happens is when people come on, they see a background, they're there just looking at the background.
Right.
And then they're going to focus on this area right here, okay, which is basically the top 2 inches of your blog, okay? And they're going to see if there's anything there that's going to give them value. See right here, really a shortcut, that's the first thing they're going to see. So what are they going to do? They're going to scroll down. Then this thing is going to pop out.
I see.
You see?
Yeah.
So this thing can be timed, and I'm going to go back and show you the timing on this in a second. But this is the value of it, and this is why it's so important that you have a blog that attracts. It's got to be eye candy, is basically what it's got to be. Okay, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the most organized one, but it's got to be enough to provide them with enough. Like you have to have enough information right in these top 2 inches that's going to keep them on your screen. Because if not, they're gone. And when they're gone, they're not going to come back.
Absolutely. It makes sense. I completely follow with what you're saying because, like I said, I'm not a newbie, but I have gotten so many promotional emails and 2 of my accounts. I literally just said, this is just insane. It's overwhelming. I have got to stop opting in, and I know the very first thing I opt in what comes to mind. I have to go inside my Gmail account. I have to unsubscribe if it's something, you
just have to get a little bit disciplined. That's all that it is. It's just a matter of disciplining yourself. I know we all used to do it. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now there's one last thing you've got to do on here. So Linda, you've seen how simple this is so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you add whatever you want to call the title is. Okay. You add your picture. You select whether you want it on all your pages or whether you want it on your home page. Okay, now this is where the timing is. You override the global override. Okay, so what I do is I go down here and I'll do seconds. Okay, on mine, like I can make it. It'll come out and show for 10 seconds, or it can show for 5 seconds.
So it's overriding the amount of time it stays.
Yeah, the amount of time that it stays on your screen.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can make it pop out and it'll sit there for a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's gone. Right? And you can make it come from wherever you want. It can come down from the top, from the right, from the left, from the bottom.
Understood that, but I'm asking about the override. Like when you click override, this.
Okay. When I click override, I set up the time. Okay. So how much of it is going to be viewed? Okay. So how much of my page has been viewed? Okay. So I'm going to say, after say 15% of it. So what that's going to do, it's going to make them scroll down. See, like on mine, they got to scroll down a certain amount. I think I got to change this on here because it pops up too soon. But I think I have this set for like 10% or something. It's got to probably go like 20% because people will usually scroll down as far as the first post.
Right.
And after that, they'll make their decision whether they're staying or not. Okay. And then, of course, they just click to close it, right? And it will disappear on your phone.
This is all mentally, like, for me, this is like a mental conversation in my mind. Like, I completely understand everything you just said word for word. I'll go to website myself and see if there's something, I'm like, if it's nothing worth looking, I'm like, I'm gone.
Okay, the other thing you got to do is you've got to do, like, if you're going to do the width. Okay. Now I don't do full width because it'll come right across the page and cover your whole page.
Yeah. Right? You don't want that. That's annoying.
The size that's here that you see that pops out here is 355 pixels. Okay. Now it could be less than that. So, I would go between say 275 and 350 pixels. Okay. That's what I would put in here. So 275. No, up to 350. Okay. Now, the other thing you can do is you can decide whether you want it to just be minimal when it comes out. So you could do minimal right here or rounded, okay, which means it'll be kind of rounded when it comes out. The dark or the light. I always leave it at the dark, okay, and the color scheme depending on what the color of your page is. Like, you know, mine has blue, so I leave everything at a blue. Okay? So
Right.
it comes out that way, so you can choose that. Okay? Then you want to select, you know, you always want to have these social medias at the bottom so they can share it. So when you pop out, let me go up to the top and scroll down.
Welcome back, Diane.
Oh, my fucking computer just died on me. I had to plug it back in the wall.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do a refresh on here because I want that to pop out.
Right.
Because you want to make sure that your social media is on everything that you do. Okay.
This is so engaging.
And my page is still loading. Okay. So as we're scrolling down, it's going to come out, and you'll notice at the bottom when this thing decides it wants to pop out on me. Eesh. Okay. There it is. See, I have all my social media at the bottom. You see that? So you want to make sure you have that so people can engage on your social media with it. Okay, and that's what all these buttons are for right here.
So if they use those buttons, does it share the actual video, the blog?
On which? On these? No, that's just what that's doing is that's engaging on. So when you click that, when they click +1, the people will notice on your Google because it'll come up here and then they'll say this has gone to +2, right? Right?
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? It'll go up, and the more pluses that are on here, people will see, okay, there's something interesting here because everybody is plussing this thing, so they're going to click on it. So the more pluses you have, the more engagement you're going to get. Okay?
Right. Now, another question about that. That won't be displayed on your, like, it won't be posted to your Google profile unless you embed it on there, right?
Yeah, you need to embed it. Yeah.
Right.
And that's why step 1 is to syndicate.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's Slipstream. And you know how long did that take me? I don't know, 10, 15 minutes to show you guys, right? But I mean, I'm so, you know, used to doing it, I can just go click, 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 and I'm done, right? So hopefully this is going to help.
You don't use the Slipstream as an email capture then. You just use it as a
No, but you can. You can if you want to. I don't. You can. I think there's a way that you can embed in here. I don't know. I haven't really done it, but I think you can embed the actual the opt-in box in here. I haven't done that. I just use the pictures.
Because I just missed that. So basically, you put the photo in and link it to your sales video, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's all that you do, right? And then what you do is on your picture, you just click on here, and this is where you're going to open your, you know, send it to your link, whatever. You're going to put your custom URL in here, just like you would do a normal picture.
Oh, okay, I've got you.
So then it's clickable when it pops out. It's clickable on the link, right?
Yeah.
On the picture. And that's that. And then of course save it. Okay, I'm not going to save this in here because then it'll show up on my page.
I've thought of another question, Carl, before you go, because we've been on an hour already.
Yep.
You know, if you've got buffer and you want to do 20 tweets on your buffer or whatever, is there a way that you can actually get all your links from the blog instead of actually going into one post at a time and copying one URL at a time? Is there not a list where you can get?
Okay, I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
So if I wanted to copy the URLs for 20 videos because I want to do 20 tweets over the next week.
Okay.
Because when you have to view the post to actually get one URL, don't you?
Yes.
So is there a way that you can view 20 at once and then just copy it instead of going into each blog one at a time? Can you not get the 20 URLs up at once?
20 in one post, 20 URLs?
No. So if I wanted to...
cycle them. If you want to cycle them?
Yeah. So if I've got 20 blogs that I want to do over the next 5 days and I want to do 4 a day, instead of going on post all posts, then view post number 1, and then you go into the top left-hand corner and copy that URL and paste it.
Oh yeah,
then
no, you have to do it manually for each one. You have to do it manually for each one.
Oh, damn! Never mind.
I'm sure there's some kind of software out there, but I don't think it'll work with this platform because this platform doesn't allow outside software to work with it, which is good.
Right.
It doesn't allow you to add plugins and stuff because it screw up things if you don't know what you're doing. So you know what? For the time that it takes to insert a video, the only advice I can give to you is if you're doing videos, you copy the link and put it on a text file of some kind.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
And just do it that way.
I've got that.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I mean, I manually post everything every day, and it doesn't take much time to do that.
Because I've never actually put my capture page on my blog. I always put the sales page on, and then the button at the bottom, I'll put the capture page, I think.
Well, okay, here's the thing that I'm going to tell you and anybody else who's listening. Okay, your list is the most important thing that you can have. Okay, and if you're not using your capture page as in the marquee position, like for instance on mine, okay, you see at the top of my blog here. Let me just go to my home page. Okay, on my home page, like this again, this is one of the custom Premiere templates. Okay, yeah. I have where they opt in right at the top here. I want everybody coming to my blog opting in. Everybody. That's the first thing they're going to see here. They're going to see my video, and then they're going to see my to opt in. Get it now. Okay, vital that you have it. Now, anything else on here? This could go like this one here. I believe goes to the capture page as well if I click on it. Oh no, that's one of my custom.
I need a little box at the top of my blog that says exactly what you've got at the top.
Okay, so that's what you want. Like this video here, when I play this, I'm welcoming people to my blog, and I'm introducing myself to them, and then I'm telling them if they want to get this, I even point to here and say fill in your information and click the button, right? So now these pictures here. Like I said, the pictures that are in the actual blog post, like when you click on that, you're going to go to the blog post, right? And then again, on the blog post, you want to make sure that at the top you have your call to action. Oops, I forgot my button in here. Okay, so normally I have a button here that says click to join. And then these ones here, these pictures here, will normally go to, see, I forgot to hyperlink this one. So they will normally go to my sale, oh, I didn't. They'll go to my sales page, right? See, I've got my capture page here too. So, depending. I'm either using my capture page or I'm using my sales page, okay? But I want to make sure that by the time somebody leaves my site, I have their information.
Because I'm thinking I'm sending it to my list and I've got 500. I've just got past 500 now. Woohoo!
Wow,
but they've I've already got their email, so I don't need to put the email capture page. But I need to put both on, don't I?
Well, yeah, because your blog is going out to the general public.
Yeah.
So you want the general public to be able to opt in. Now, when you're sending stuff to your team, okay, obviously. You're going to tell them that like on your blog, right? They're going to if they've already opted in, then you're going to have an option like to get started now. Maybe right here have just the link to your action page. But see, when I'm mailing my list, I always tell them, in there I have it hyperlink. Click here, and that goes straight to my sales page. I'd say, as a matter of fact. I've got my what I send everybody, and I'll just read it for you rather than sharing my screen. Okay, I send out a post every single day to my team, okay, or to my leads, okay, and it just says, "Hey, it's Carl. I hope you're having a great day so far. Here's one of my daily blog posts. Hope you enjoy it." And I give them the blog post, okay, and then at the end I go, "If you're interested in coaching, click here, and let me see if I can help you to financial freedom." And then they click that, and it goes straight to the sales page where they go to pay. You see? But see, my blog is set up for both. It's set up for people to opt in, because this is what I'm marketing out to the world, right? Yeah. This isn't what I market to my list, it's what I market to the world. So this one here is where I want to be capturing people's emails.
That's what I'm not doing. That's why I'm not getting any leads. Stupid girl.
You know, see, I'm a guy. I don't miss a day. I haven't missed a day blogging since I joined on November 1st last year.
Wow.
Okay, I haven't missed a day, and I do a blog every day and a video every day. Okay, I mean, up till now, I think I've done, I don't know, 98 videos, right? And probably maybe about 90 blogs. I've done more videos than I have blogs, right? And I do that every day. And now I have such engagement. I got people that are, like I mentioned, you know, that are coming in and joining me, that have been following me and following my blogs, and they're coming in and joining me. It's because I'm sharing my content every single day. I post my content every single day on social media, and they're following that. It's like reading a book to them, right?
I had an email call this morning, and it said, I'm interested in learning more. So I've sent them my actual join link, but they haven't joined yet.
Don't just send them the link, okay? Anytime that somebody does engagement with you, let me just see. I've got stuff here that I've got pre-written. Okay, let me just see if I can grab something that I have pre-written here. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I have all pre-written. I just copy and paste. Basically, you know, like with someone who fills out one of my pages, I go, you know, hey, it's Carl. You recently filled out one of my online forums in Empower Network. Congrats. So I thought I would connect with you on Facebook and stuff like that, if that's okay, right? This is when I'm actually taking their email address, putting it into Facebook, and finding them there. Okay?
I tried that one. It's not there.
Okay? So if they're in your email, you want to send them an email saying, hey, it's Linda. I just thought I'd introduce myself to you. Thanks again for requesting more information. You know, let's see if we can help you, you know, reach your goals. And, you know, feel free to reach out to me, you know, give your phone number, your Skype, and any possible way they can get a hold of you.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're interested in getting started right now, here, just go right here, and then give them your sales page, not your capture page, because you already gave them that, right?
Oh, I gave him the actual link to join.
Yeah, well, it all depends. Like, if this is somebody who's already opted in, then yes. Yeah. If they haven't opted in, then give them your opt-in link.
Yeah, got you.
Okay, but don't just send them your link. Like, when people just send me their link, you know what happens?
Oh, no, I didn't just send them the link. I sent them the link with a message about Facebook and stuff.
As long as you're doing that, that's okay. Because I get people that just send me a link every day, especially on Facebook.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I thought I do connect. And I say, hi, I'm in England, blah, blah, blah. Where do you live? Reach out to me on Facebook. This is, click the link below.
Perfect.
This is the link, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Love to hear from you, love, die, something like that.
Awesome. See, that's what you need to be doing, because there are going to be people who just send out links, and especially if they're connected to me on social media, they're not connected after that.
Oh, I ignore those. I rang one up because I've had this guy.
I want to make sure that that's not happening to you. I don't want that happening to you. Okay.
I had this guy give me my phone number. Give me his phone number in December, I think it was. And I was on the bootcamp chat, and they said Google Voice. So I googled Google Voice, and it doesn't exist in England. They have Google Hangouts things. So I rang him on my computer. It was 2 o'clock here, so it was 9 o'clock in the morning for him. I think his name was Tony. And I'm going, oh hi, it works. And I'm going, oh, this is Diane from England, and you watch my videos, and he remembered who I was. But he's one of these who live hand to mouth. Oh, hello, Carl. And he lives hand to mouth, and he hadn't even got $7. And I said, well, I can give you the $1 link. So I did it completely wrong. I haven't got the script with me. But I'd forgotten what the script was when you actually ring them up, and they're quite interested, but they've got no money. And he hadn't even, I said, well, if you've got $1, I can give you the $1 link. So, and I said, well, you know, have you got children? Are you married? Blah, blah, blah. He got 4 children. He was 41 or 42, and he got 4 children. His wife didn't work, and he's just pays the bills, and he sounded a bit stressed.
Well, most people that have families are. I know I used to when I had the 3 kids, and, you know, raising them up. And, you know, it's funny because, I mean, you know, when my kids were young and I was actually working 2 full-time jobs. Wow. And, you know, I missed most of my kids growing up because I didn't see them. You know, I had my full-time job during the day, and then I worked for a video company, one of those video, you know, rental companies.
Yeah.
I'd work there, and I'd put in like 40 hours a week working with them because I'd work, you know, Monday to Saturday. I never had a day off ever for 7 years. Okay, I worked that, but I was able to go out and buy a house and everything with that. But I missed 7 years of my kids growing up. The only time I ever saw them was when they were brought to me to visit at work, right? So I know that feeling with people. I know that, you know, having a family, and there's a lot of struggle out there, and people are struggling to do that. But, you know, I was one of those guys that did whatever it took to you know, provide for my family and get us ahead and whatever it was. But the funny part is, Diane, is that I worked my butt off in everything that I did, and I have made more money online doing this kind of work than I ever did working in the corporate world.
Yes, but my job has dried up. I haven't got any work for the whole of February. So I need an all-in sale quickly, otherwise I'm going to have no money at all.
Okay, well here's what you have to do. Are you in the boot camp or anything?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to be following that to a T. And even if it takes, because you got the time now, double it up. Double it up. Okay?
No, I'm on the computer all day, any day.
No,
every
but
day.
I'm talking about they're telling you to do a blog post a day and a video every day and stuff like that. Double it up. 2 blog posts a day, 2 videos a day. Okay? Okay? And then syndicate it out, like do 1 blog post, I don't care, in the morning or whatever, and then do another one in the afternoon, and then syndicate the morning out, and then syndicate the afternoon out. And what that's going to start showing people is that you're heavily active in that, because most people do not see that online. You have no idea how many people I'm attracting now to Empower Network that were with me in other programs out there, and now seeing how vigilant I am about building this business here, and now they're going, who told me they would never work with me before because of past things that blew up in our face and stuff, now are coming back saying, you know what, I think I want to work with you now, right? But that's because I've doubled up. I'm doing 2 blog posts a day. I am like working this thing like a madman, okay? Because here's the thing, you know, like Mike and Alex and John are always telling you that your business can be built to a $10,000 a month business in 90 days. It can be easily built to that, okay? But you've got to have the consistency there. I'm going to tell you a story about Alex, okay? I've known Alex for, I can't remember how many years, probably 7 or 8 years I've known Alex for, okay? Because we've worked in other programs before Empower Network. And Alex actually joined Empower Network on October 31st of 2011, the day it launched. And he told me about it, and I came and joined him on November 2nd, 2011. But Empower Network was struggling out the gate, okay? Like all companies, they're struggling. They were a brand new startup trying to get things going. And Alex stayed and fought it out with them. I chose to walk away and come back when it was more stabilized, right? Bad mistake. I made 2 mistakes with this company, and I won't make a third one, okay? That was mistake number 1. So I came back in September of 2012 and came on board with Alex. And I did quite well, okay, during that time frame. And then 2014, there was another thing that happened in the company, okay? I'm not going to go into the details what it is, but there was a lot of unrest within the company. They were trying to do some changes. They were trying to be different, and it blew up in their face. And I said enough's enough, and I walked away. Okay? Alex stayed. Okay? So moral of the story is this. When Alex and I both joined within a couple of days apart, we were both struggling to make a couple of $1,000 a month. Okay? Alex to date has made, I don't know, $1.25 million, or not quite $1.25 million, and I haven't even done $300,000 in the same time frame.
Let's do 1,000 first. We need to do like 100.
Okay. Well, the point I'm trying to make is this: because I allowed myself to lose focus and go
Yes.
elsewhere and lose faith and lose passion, it cost me financially, you know, mentally, everything. Okay?
Well, I know.
I actually almost went bankrupt 2 years ago. Okay, 2 years ago, in 2013, 2014, you know how much money I made that entire year? $8,200 the entire year. I almost went broke. Okay, and it's because I did not stay with a company that was stable like this one here. Had I been with this, I'd probably be close to making the same amount of money as Alex right now.
Well, I'm just doing this. I'm told I'm doing the daily actions. I do the daily inner circle, the daily blogs, and the daily marketing, and the inner circle, and that's it. And I'm just doing it because I'm told to do it.
Okay, so you said you got 500 leads, right?
Yes.
Okay, how often are you engaging with those leads?
Every day.
You are.
Daily with get response.
Okay. Have you tried reaching out to any of them? Like, I'm talking about, you know what? Let's get connected. Let's get on Skype. Let's have a chat.
No.
Oh, man.
What do you say when you get them on Skype?
Let me tell you something, okay? I connect every way with the majority of people I get involved with, just like Jasmine, okay? The first thing I did with Jasmine, I said, Jasmine, let's get on the phone. Let's have a chat. Okay? She was a little bit skeptical about getting on the phone with me because I think she was going to think I was going to try and make her buy everything and more, right? But because that's what most people think. But you know what? I said to her, I said, look, let's get on the phone. Let's have a chat, and let's just see what we can do, okay, to see if we can get you in the right direction of what you need to do. Let's see if we can, you know, whatever business you're in, let me see if I can help you, you know, create the leads and the sales for your other business, okay? Because you got to remember, Empower Network, it is a business of its own, but it's also a marketing hub for any other business, okay? It's a training hub for any other business that's out there, whether it's online or whether it's a brick and mortar, okay? And the one thing that people have to realize is that that's what this is, and people can come in and use this. I know people that are actually using this platform to build their other business. They're using the training in here. In fact, I have a gentleman who's going to be joining with me shortly here who owns another business that's out there, a fairly big one, and he's looking at sending all of his affiliates to Empower Network to get trained. How many companies do that? Okay? See, in my opinion, that's smart business thinking. Because now he doesn't have to worry about training anybody. He can get them all sent and learn the training. Because when people come into Empower Network, if you look at the entire funnel system of this company, starting with the blog, what do we do? What's the first thing we tell people to do? Okay? We tell them to make a commitment to themselves. Okay? These are the 8 core commitments that you need to do every single day. These 8 core commitments can be done with any company. They're all the standard 8 core commitments of business. Okay? It's just ours is focused around Empower Network, which it should be. But you could take those same 8 core commitments and make it work with any business, because that's the standard ingredient process for building any kind of businesses out there. The blog platform. Does Empower Network care if you talk about another company out there? No. They're selling a blog platform in order for you to use it for whatever reason you need. An ethical reason, ethical thing, right? So I need to put that in there, right? But it's your product. We don't want to see porn sites popping up or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to be ethical about it, right? So, you know, we teach people how to use our platform using our training to increase their sales and their lead generation and their traffic to whatever it is they're selling. They could be selling affiliate products. They could be selling another internet marketing business. They could be a brick and mortar. You know? I mean, here's an example. I was just at the barber the other day. I just got my head buzzed, right? I was at the barber the other day, and I was talking to my barber, who has been cutting my hair since I was 14. And I said to him, you know, we had this conversation, and he goes to me, Carl, he goes, Carl, I think I'm wasting a lot of money on my advertising every month. And I go, what are you doing? Well, it says, I'm buying the yellow pages. You're paying for the yellow pages. Oh, okay. And I go, well, how much is that? He goes, well, it's roughly around $500 to $700 a month. $500 to $700 a month on the yellow pages, which nobody reads. I mean, if you left them, they'd probably go broke because you're probably the only guy paying, right? This is what I told him. And I says, what you need to be doing is you need to be blogging your business, okay? Now, if you don't have time to do it, you can always outsource people to do that for you. But you need to be engaging. And I go, are you on social media? No. You're a barber, and you're relying on the yellow pages. When in fact, you could probably go to Facebook and say, hey, I have a store right here. Here's my store here in Edmonton, and you could target all the people in just the Edmonton area to come in and get your haircut, right? So, you see, and you can use your blog for that too. I mean, the blog can be used as a marketing hub for that. You could have all your salon on there and all the different products on there and stuff. People can buy it from right off your blog online. I mean, it's amazing the technology that we have that's for anybody. And this is what kind of blows my mind, is that there's a lot of people like Blake that are not engaging. A lot of offline brick and mortar businesses not engaging in stuff like that. Like, this is the type of setup that brick and mortars need. Okay? A lot of people say, Mike said to me, he says, well, I'm going to have a website made. I said, what are you going to do an idiot thing like that for? Nobody goes to websites anymore because websites are static. They don't provide any real current information off there. You need to have something that engages with people on a regular basis. That's what blogs are. Why do you think radio stations and top corporations and everything are going to a blog platform now? Because it allows engagement with their clientele. Okay? So when you're out selling to anybody out there, you need to be telling them what it is that you're selling. You're selling a professional business package to create leads and sales. Doesn't matter what you're in. And until people come to the realization of what we have here, they're losing out a lot. And those of us that have, honed into all this, well, we're the ones that are going to capitalize. And that's what my job is with my team, to help my team, and anybody else like you who's on, I don't know whose team, whether it's Michael's or John's or Alex's, I don't know whose team you're on in team consistency, but whoever you're sponsoring. What's that?
The Aldos!
Oh, the Aldos! All right. Hey. Mike and Michelle Lee. So the thing is, what's beautiful about that is that, anybody, we're all here to help each other, okay? We're all here to help each other be able to focus in and start selling this thing the way it needs to be sold, okay? And a lot of us miss out on that. A lot of us just think it's all about the money sometimes. The money is just part of the whole process. The product creates the money. Right? If we're not selling the product, we're not making any money. And if people don't know what they're buying, they're not going to buy it. Right? They want to know what kind of value they're getting for their dollar. I don't know about you, but I don't go to the store and buy anything out of the store unless I know what it is that I'm buying. Right? Unless you're a hoarder or something, I mean, that's, you just buy anything. But most people today, when they go to buy something, even you ladies here, if you're going to go and buy a pair of shoes or a dress or makeup or whatever it is, you're going to look, first of all, this is what you're going to do. You're going to look for brand name, okay? And then you're going to look for non-brand name that's close to that brand name, and then you're going to look at the price. You're going to see what is the best value you're going to get for the best product, okay? That's what I do. When I go shopping, the first thing I look for is what's on sale. I want to see what's on sale. And I want to see what the quality of that product is that's on sale. Because if that product is quality enough that's close to the brand name that I like, there's a good chance I might buy it and test it out just to see how good it is. Okay? But I'm cheap, just like everybody else on planet Earth. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for the sales price. I don't know anybody that goes out and buys everything at full retail. I don't know anybody. I don't know if you do, but I don't know a single person that will pay full retail without looking for anything that's on sale first.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, when I go to buy a car or something, I'm going to haggle to get a better price every single time. I am not going to pay the price that's on the car. I will not pay that price. And that's the first thing I tell the sales guy. I go, you see that price there? Not paying that. Figure out a way I can pay less. Okay? If you can't, I'll go to another lot and see if they can do the same thing. I'll see what they can find. And whoever gets me the best price, that's who gets my money. Right?
Yeah.
You see? And that's just us. That's what we are. We barter all our life. We find a way to get the best deals we possibly can in anything that we do. And that goes for what's online. Okay? There's a lot of companies online that sell online education like us. But in my opinion, there isn't anybody that sells the quality that we sell for the price that we sell. First of all, I think we're one of the cheapest for the quality that we get. You know, if I was brand new coming to this, I'd pay $5,000 in a heartbeat for everything that we have. Okay, I'm a business owner. You know, my last business cost me about $65,000. Okay, and that was just to open my doors. Right? I would have loved to only paid $5,000 to open my doors. You know, that's the one thing that most people, unfortunately, today don't realize. So that's why when we have a product like what we have, like the blog and everything that I showed you, I mean, it's not that hard to set up the blog. I mean, I went through everything in about an hour, and that was a full blog, putting the blog out, adding video to it, customizing it, and I even did some extras, right? So, anyway. And
it's live! Because you're doing it in the afternoon, not at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So, yeah. So, you know what? We've gone almost 2 hours here. I think this is long enough. We should probably cut her off. So, Linda, I appreciate you coming on. You're welcome to come back anytime I do these. I do them Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. So, you know, you're welcome to come on.
Thanks, Carl.
Thanks very much for coming in and joining me today. Hopefully,
before we leave, I just I had something I want to say because I gotta get ready and go to work. I gotta be at my second job at 5. Today's hangout has been so involving. I'm not sure if that's a word that expresses, you know, how much, you know, I've had fun sitting here learning things that I've not known, you know, that I'm supposed to take immediate action of. It's really giving me like the it's giving me the I guess. I'm not good with my words. But if you can understand what I'm saying here, I just learned what I'm supposed to be doing that I have not done in the month that 2 months of being with Empower Network. So it was definitely a must-have, you know, in joining this hangout this afternoon.
Well, there you go. Well, I appreciate you coming in because you know what? This is our year.
It is.
It's our year.
Team Consistency will be on stage.
Yep. There you go. That's how you think.
If you want to join me on Facebook or on Skype or something, we can help each other if you like.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Most certainly, Miss Diane. It was a pleasure meeting you tonight.
So what's your Facebook name?
It's a B, and I think, what is it, Carl? Is it B Invincible?
Be Invincible, yeah.
I'm not sure if that's with the, because the B, my name is initial B.
The letter B and then Invincible, I think.
Invincible, yeah. I'm not sure if it's B dot Invincible, but it's B. If it is, it's one or the other. I'll send it to you through Skype, but it's B, Invincible, B Invincible, without the I.
Diane, are we connected? Because I can give it to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm on Skype with you and Facebook.
Okay, good. So I'll send it over to you. Okay.
Superb. Great hangout, Paul.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Take care.
Okay.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.